There are countless cheap digital Casio watches for everyone to choose from. At first, it seemed to be good that we have so many options. But as the paradox of choice theory goes, plenty of options doesn't make us happier. It's easier to choose one from a handful of alternatives. Because we humans are lost when facing with tens or hundreds of them. The basic functionality of these digital pieces also doesn't help much in decision making. They far exceed most of our needs and expectation in a watch. Calendar, alarm, time zone, chronograph, and more. In this cheap and small digital watch category, there are reasons behind the decision which one to pick up. For a purist, maybe the cheapest and most basic one, like the F91. Others who look for association with pop culture may choose A700W, the calculator watch from the film Back to the Future, or the latest reissue, A100, from the film Alien. For me, it is mostly about aesthetic. With the right design, I believe even an inexpensive item could look good. The aesthetics of digital watches is so different from the analog ones. A movement is substituted by a module, which is covered in the outer frame and the case, attached to a strap. The graphical expression is limited to block numbers and alphabets. The display screen, which is the only part that is seen of the module, juxtaposed with other elements, collectively make up overall aesthetic of the piece. To illustrate this point, we'll take a look at two models that I decided to pick up for my personal use. The first one is the B640. I love the shape of the case. The outline is so clean and modern, which is accentuated by the continuous running line around it. The text around the display frame got toned down a bit to clean up the overall look, emphasizing only Casio name, which has highest contrast to the dark background. A good move to clean up the display area. But there are two things about its design that could be improved: the display and the transition from the case to the bracelet. On the display, the proportion of figure and crown is not so elegant. There is no problem about legibility, but the number display is too crowded on the screen, which we'll see it clearer when comparing with the next piece. On the lock area, we have issues that could be improved in most Casio economical model with bracelet. That is the lock design. The two horns on both sides compromise the clean-cut geometry of the case, and the material change from metallic surface of the case to the real stainless steel of the bracelet. Nothing's wrong with both issues in this price range. There are just more graceful ways to treat this transition, which we'll also see in our next example. The second piece today is A700W. There's a handful of variations of this model. My favorite one is a gray display frame on stainless steel mesh strap. It is a very slim piece that has been marketed as a woman watch, but with its neutral tone, it can be worn by any gender with small to medium wrist size. Note the smooth transition from the screen to the gray display frame to the shiny reflective case with hooded locks to the indented end piece to the tactful mesh bracelet. The whole piece has a nice flow of metallic gray theme to it. Another subtle detail that was well executed is the display numbers, the size, proportion, and tonality of them. Comparing with the B640, we can see that the number is in lighter shade of gray. The line is thinner, more graceful. The spacing and variation in size of the text are treated nicely. All these treatments makes the ratio between figure and ground much more elegant, not crowded like the B640. The gray frame around the display screen is also an important ingredient to achieve this elegant look. Compared to other models, which are mostly in black, the light gray frame makes the display look much more expansive and well integrated with other elements of the piece. My critic on this piece is with the material of the case and buttons, which are in reflective chrome style. I don't mind as it is an economical model, but I make the case in terms of the opportunity for Casio to upgrade it into the more premium model in the future. Because they already got the design right, mesh bracelet is fine. If they upgrade the case and buttons to better material, perhaps stainless steel, and keep all the proportion, we'll have a very solid contender in this segment of small digital piece. And I would definitely get another one. Digital watches, like their mechanical predecessors, are becoming a symbol of an era. They used to be the most practical watch, functionally and economically, before the rise of smartwatches, but not anymore. They are victims of smartwatch crisis, much like mechanical watches were victims of quartz crisis in the past. The huge survival question is how to elevate their status to be more than practical items, to be aspired to, like mechanical watch before them. This is a big hurdle for Casio, a giant in this category, and they are well aware of this. Casio is now churning out every year new models that are the remake of iconic pieces, with more durable and luxurious material. Of the square, round, and octagonal G-Shocks, which are the digital equivalent of sports watch. In the economic and small watch segment, these two examples today are also deserve to be reissued with better material and finish, and can probably be a digital alternative for a dress watch. Hopefully, we'll see them in the future. Let me know if you agree with me on this.